So then I finished with that and I was done with my surgeries. So they said, okay, we'll give you about 3 weeks to heal. Then now we continue with the chemo. So when I went for the next chemo, the wound opened. So they're like, we can't continue. We have to first get this to close. And then my doctor was worried because he was like, has it opened because the cancer is still there or has come back? Or why is it not healing? So now we don't know what's going on. But my doctor is so wonderful. So he's calling his friends, where able, and trying to get as much information and whatever. But he still warned me. If we find that it's not healing, like I'll just give it another week or so. If it doesn't heal, we have to cut it off. And I understood. In fact, for me, I used to journal a lot during that time. And I felt like I equated that to sin in our life. You have sin in your life, you know it's going to kill you. But you are hanging on for dear life. And I'm like, sometimes you just have to cut it off so that you can heal. And I was like, even in this, maybe that's what it will mean. And I think that's the time I let go of it. I said, fine, if that's what if it means hanging on to it and ending up dead, it's not worth it. So I told him, fine, we can do it if that's how you feel. He said, let me try one more thing. Somebody has suggested. So you come from Masako sides, go and bring me pure honey. Pure. So I got one of my brothers to get some for me. He said, so you come every day. We'll clean your wound and pack it. Like we take gauze, soak it in honey and stuff it in there because it was a hole. Stuff it in there. Then we see what happens. Imagine I started healing. After everything else, nothing worked. Pure honey did it for me. Crazy. Within 2 days, 3 days, there was already a difference. It had started drying up.
What?
So he said, okay. And then again, my sister, she was like, I can be doing this for you. So she started cleaning my wound at home. So I didn't have to, because remember I was also very weak. I didn't have to keep going back and forth to the doctor.
Where is your head at this time?
It's even today. What do I need to do? Okay, today I have an appointment. I go for my appointment. I come back. Next day, what do I need to do? Today you have a session with, like that. That's where my head was.
Just today?
I was just here.
You can't start thinking about, will I get well or whatever. It's just today.
But I knew I was going to die. This is just things we're doing. But anyway, let's just face today. I couldn't handle anymore.
In your head, you didn't see yourself recovering?
Who did I know who had cancer and survived? So what is so special about me that I will live?
This is insane.
And you see, my mom, from the time she got sick from before, but we didn't know. But the time now she was really sick, to the time she passed on was 3 months. So in my head, by December of 2005.
I know you said you wrote a will. Did you think about who's going to stay with my kids?
We talked with my sisters. We agreed. I did all that. I planned. I was ready. And I was actually, like literally, I was ready. And then, what God did, during that time, again, do you remember how in my kadudu, and he taught me now who I am to him? This is the time now we started that thing again. It's like, let me tell you now who you are, how much I love you. And I had such amazing times with God.
In this dark
season,
physical season,
it was not dark for me. I looked forward to being with him. He was my companion through this. He walked me through that thing. Anything I needed, we'd be like, okay, so what's the prayer today? I went for my test today. They're telling me my white blood cells are below. I need to get them just to at least. We pray. It happens. What's the next prayer request? this and this and this, like that, day by day by day. And he was answering prayers. It was amazing. I loved my time with him. I used to sleep with my Bible like this. And he used to speak to me through that Bible. In fact, I was going to tell you, January of the year that my marriage now officially ended, he told me to go to Psalms. And okay. He told me to go to Psalms. There's a verse that says, I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Then my marriage ended. I was like, Allah. Then I get cancer. I'm like, Allah. But then during that time, his goodness now, I started seeing just his mercy every day. Oh, I wake up, I'm okay today. And I didn't try and be a ninja. If I was feeling weak, I slept. But if I was not feeling weak, I get up, do stuff, go to the office, do whatever I can.
The office was gracious enough to let you...
They let me... I don't even know how that happened. They let me, like, I told them I'll come whenever I'm able to. So I'd go and do whatever I can, even if it's just for a few hours. And then I go home. Or I'd spend the day there. So apparently sometimes I looked like so finished and guys were so uncomfortable because they thought I'd collapse anytime. But me, I was like, I'm strong. I thought I looked strong. Apparently I didn't. But at least I felt useful. In this, like, let me do what I can before I go.
Doris' stories, it's insane. So one thing that I'm really hearing from you, two things. One, the power of your environment. So first and foremost, your sister and your sister's husband and your family around you.
My family was
That's
amazing.
just God sent, because they allowed you to have your off days and your
They
up
allowed
days.
me to be. Yes. In fact, they set up a second day when they would just meet just to pray for me. And they never said you have to be there. So sometimes I'd be like, okay, I've been in my room long enough, I want to hear people. So I'd come, lie on the couch, not say a word. I can even turn away from them. But they continue with their lives. So they allowed me to just be who I needed to be at that time, or where I needed to be. They were amazing, amazing, amazing.
Even I have to commend your workplace. Their workplaces that be like, this chick is going to be here for they're thinking from a financial perspective, and from a reasonable person, we're going to do admin.
It makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were like, no problem, come. Even, and that's why I love this conversation. You're educating people about this. Cancer is not corona where you cough and somebody else gets it.
Yeah, although there are people who thought that, but it's not like that. It's not contagious.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you feel like there were people in the workplace still who allowed you to be?
Yeah.
They were. Despite their lack of knowledge, let's call it what it is.
Like my friend. She was there whenever I wanted to. Everybody was just... Guys didn't stress me out about that. Except one time, my boss came home and she was coming to ask me about something or give me some work, I can't remember. And then she asked me, are you really that sick?
What?
So I don't know if she meant like, I don't know what she meant. But anyway, so that was the only episode. But everybody else just allowed me to be what I needed to be.
And the fact that you now, this is from a personal perspective, you fought. What I mean is like, you're like, no, I'm not just going to be in bed the whole day.
Yeah.
Because the mind now begins to give up.
The mind is so strong, it can kill you. It can kill you. You can sit, since then I've known of people who they've been fighting, struggling, then one day they say it's just too much. And you start hearing them saying, I can't do this anymore. Short while later, they're gone. You've talked yourself into it. So in the same way, there are others who are like, I'm sorry, there's no hope for you. And they decide, kitu gani, I'm moving on. And you see them later and they're fine.
Yep.
And they had been told, you have weeks, months, days, whatever. But they just decided, no, I'm not taking this. So some of it is up here.
So when, of course, because you definitely talk to people about these individuals one-on-one, that the one-on-one, you do a lot of one-on-ones, sharing your story.
Yeah.
One of the things that you tell people is, don't let your mind go.
No. Don't let your mind go.
And you're speaking it from, I mean, you wrote a
I
will.
know.
You had a conversation about your son. You're the same person who said 3 months I'm off.
Yeah.
But every day still,
Yeah.
you're waking up.
Take each day. Because I thought if I think too much into the future, or like look at the whole thing as the monster that it was, that's what will now finish me. So I decided I'll just do one day at a time. One day at a time. One step at a time. Just deal with what I need to do today. Only handle that. And I think it's actually a good practice to do, which I don't do it all the time, but it's a good practice to just take bite by bite by bite.
And here is where also the supernatural comes in, because again, you are cleaning on your creator.
He's all I had.
Without God, do you think
I would not be here? I would not be here.
Yeah.
I would not. I don't know how people go through trauma. I don't know where they get the strength from. You need to go outside of yourself to draw strength from somewhere. If you don't have him, because even the reality is people get tired. So like in the beginning, people would come, but they dwindled away. That's the thing with a long-term illness. People, and it's not intentional. It's just, oh, let's go and see. So they come. Then, oh, who's coming? Fewer people. Eventually, they stop. So even when you start, I tell people, like, your relationship with your doctor is very important, because this is a long-term relationship. It's not like you have Homa, go and see this doctor, he gives you dawa, you go maybe one more visit, and then after that, you never have to see them again. For this, throughout your treatment, especially your oncologist, you're with them, and your surgeons, you're with them. So if you're ready, like now I fell out with my doctor, he was hitting on me. But if you...
hitting on you?
Yes. If
in this period?
Yes. If you...
Wait, you can't run over that one. He's wiping you?
Yes.
He
married man, by the way.
Okay, now that changes the whole story. Forget that.
So I couldn't take it anymore. So I actually stopped going for treatment. And my surgeon found out, and he's like, excuse me. I told him, because before I didn't want to tell him, then I told him, this guy is what he did. You should have told me, because even if he treats you, your body is rejecting anything to do with him, so it will also reject the dawa. Let me get you another doctor. So he got me somebody else.
Doctors don't understand the power they have. They're playing with people's lives at this stage. First of all, through their words, those guys who are telling you, just cut it off, and and secondly, through their actions.
And you're vulnerable, eh? You're vulnerable during
this
that time.
This is not your field of expertise.
No. Yeah.
And then for a lady, this is her uncovering herself. This is her breast. This is so.
I think that's the other thing guys don't understand, that you're not just dealing with a disease. You're dealing with your womanhood. It has been threatened, and like for me, who's come from a marriage where already I'm feeling, I don't cut it, and then here I am going to lose part of my body. Then the guys I'm meeting, who are the doctors who are supposed to be comforting me and whatever, are talking like they are. It's a very bad space to be. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for God and my family.
You're a strong woman.
But God told me you are so precious. He told me you're beautiful.
And you believed him?
I believed him. Totally. I believed him. It was an amazing walk with him. Amazing. And it grew back my confidence. It grew back my, like, just understanding. Even if you don't care about me, I know someone who really cares about me, and he's crazy about me. So I'm good.
Okay. This story.
So even if I'm going now,
yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And I knew my kids would be okay with my sisters. So I was ready. So if it comes, fine. If it doesn't, and I think that is such a key thing also. I mean, the Bible tells us to live your life as though, but we live as though we're going to live forever.
Yeah, the dew is here
and
tomorrow.
You're grabbing things and everything as if you'll have them. But if you live as though, like, I don't know if I'm here tomorrow, so let me enjoy today and everything that comes. If a good thing happens, let it come, let me enjoy it fully, you know. But if it's not there, it's okay. Life moves on. Tomorrow there's another thing that's coming. Or even if it doesn't and I end up going home, it's cool. I know where I'm going.
There's an experience that you've gone through that has completely changed your day-to-day work and your attachment on things.
When you lose that attachment to life, and it's not that you're saying, no, but it stops having a hold on. You know, we're scared of death and we're scared of a lot of things in life. When that fear goes, because you know whatever you need will come. I need my white blood count to go up. Just tell him, I need this. And if it doesn't happen, it's okay. He knows why he didn't. And it's fine. We'll deal with it. Or he'll deal with it. It's not me. If we lived like that, I'm telling you, life would just be so. Because it loses its hold on you. It's like when somebody, like a bully, has been on you, and the minute you decide, you know what, you have no power over me. You're done. They have no hold on you. They can't do anything to you.
Okay, let's continue this story, Doris. So you now do the second round of chemo.
So I did the second round. My hair fell off.
Then now
Then he did the lumpectomy.
Yes.
He did all that, the process.
The honey.
Then we finished with the honey. That was after the 4th round. So now after the wound healed, this was now beginning of the following year. I'm like, Allah, December is gone. I'm still here. It's okay. We'll enjoy whichever day.
So this
comes.
takes a whole year. This process was a year.
This was now from because I began
October,
the treatment in September, and I thought I'd be gone by December. I'm still here. So January comes.
You're like, yo,
I begin now with a new doctor. So I have a meeting with her. She tells me, okay, it's been too long since you finished your last chemo. It has to be maximum of 3 weeks. So we have to start the whole sessions again.